And this episode of the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast is brought to you by Dragon Bags. I'm fondling mine right now. Gotta love them.
Let everyone see the.
They got great
set.
finger feel, and these are split out.
The greatest set of all time.
The most gorgeous, beautiful set of power dragons ever bequeathed to any human being. Just look at that sag.
Wow.
And we'll prove something later to you as to why this sag is so nice. Exactly, yeah. So if you want to get your sag on, get your drip, play with your sacks. Head over to dragonbags.com and pick up some of the best bags in the business. Drop code BIGASP12 at checkout to save yourself some money. So do yourself a favor, head over to Dragon Bags today. And once again, that code is BIGASP12.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Sean and Dane are with you as always. What's up, dude?
You know, same old. Just another Monday.
Another Monday.
A little different looking this week. Now we got basketball on.
Yeah. You know? I'm excited for the season, man.
I am too, man.
Ever since Mitchell decided to re-sign with us, I'm like, dude, like, they're trying to build something. I respect it. I like our core.
Honestly, I do like basketball. I watch quite a bit of it. And
I'm a Cavs fan.
If our offense runs through Mobley, we will be a entirely different team, and they're starting to do that.
I think
they're
Mobley,
really good.
he's ready now. It's his third year. Let's get him.
And Sean, you should have hit that line when it was at plus 350. Your boys done came back.
I should have. All right. So a lot of stuff to get to today. It's gonna be kind of a weird episode. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be fast paced.
Rapid fire. Pew pew.
So, Dane, do what you do best. Let the folks know what we're sipping on tonight in our favorite segment called "What You Drinking."
What you drinking?
Well, we're just gonna stay hydrated tonight. Just some water.
The health kick.
Yeah, we had for Sean. For myself, it was just more of a. It was a life choice just to have some water on a Monday night. So I was up early for work, and now I'm here, just late night, chugging some water. I know it's boring, but hey, we're getting older now.
It is.
All right, can't be just chugging beers all day, every day.
Hey, not every day. Not every day.
It's not the good days like COVID.
That's why there's 7
Come
of them.
on, exactly.
All right, folks, we have more audio gold planned for you all today. Today, we're going to be clarifying some of the bag testing stuff that we talked about last week. We happen to have a set of Ultra Viper RS and the handy dandy Ultra Min bag checker.
Yeah, and honestly, like RS must stand for really small.
Yeah, so if you are watching the video version of it, thanks, because you're a Patreon member.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to see live on this episode the actual testing of the bag. So
with our sweet picture-in-picture technology, because, your boys are up in their game.
Yeah,
so.
Dane, it's just, he
Let's
blew my mind about
Sean was like,
I
I really wish we could show it. I'm like, what do you mean? Bing. It's already hooked up, brother.
So, we're going to be recapping the Battle of the Queens event. There are a few listener questions, and then we're going to be joined by ACL rookie Mr. Colin Hodet. I'm really excited, man.
Me too, man. He seems like a
proud,
like one of us.
Proud Team Big Ass member.
Damn Skippy.
Oh yeah, so he's a rookie. I'm really looking forward to the interview. I think he's a very outgoing dude. I think he's very funny. So,
and if not, then we completely misplayed that one. So it'll
be
an interview though.
Correct.
So we'll see how it goes.
It'll be an interview. So hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get to all that, we're gonna let you know what's going on in our cornhole lives in our segment called "In and Around the Hole."
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
All right, so I'm just gonna start off. Like, I miss golfing so much. Like, I need to get out so bad, and I have about 2.5 hours in between patients tomorrow.
Yeah,
like
you're just gonna go
during my lunch. You know what I mean? Like, I had a patient cancel before and after lunch, so I have like a good 2.5 hours.
Yeah, go let 9 rip.
Yeah, can I get out there and let 9 rip? I don't know.
Is there a course that close? You need one like 10 minutes away from you.
It's 12 minutes away. Yeah.
You'll be there at a good time. I think
I've done it before. If I can go out and I play by myself and it's not overly slow, hour and 25 minutes, hour 30 minutes, I can rip through it. I'm back before.
If you get back and you have a patient waiting, not that long, obviously, because you still have 2.5 hours. You just say, I'm sorry, I had a late jump on lunch. Like, I'm just getting back. Let's do it. They have no idea you went golfing.
Yeah.
Besides, I mean, your hands might be all bloody because they're baby soft and you have to grip the club, but you never know. Maybe you'll get lucky.
You just never know. But yeah, I've been dying to get out.
I just had to take that subtle jab at you because it's still funny.
I get it.
I know we brought it up last episode. We'll bring it up again in the future.
So all this week, it's been like family stuff.
Yeah.
So Friday, I had my daughter's school was Trunk or Treat.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with that, it's basically trick or treat. People drive their cars, they park it, they decorate their cars, and you pass out candy.
Mhm.
It's like a little fundraiser, all that kind
I
of
heard
stuff.
it wasn't
So
highly attended this year,
there was tons of kids. There weren't many cars passing out candy.
which is so cheap. Don't bring your kids.
Candy's expensive right now, man, and you needed enough for 600 kids.
Yeah, that's nuts.
We spent like $200 at candy, like just for this event alone.
Good Lord. I mean, I'd be like, you get a Tootsie Roll.
Oh,
a Tootsie
yeah,
Roll.
yeah, correct. Well, I had to, you know how Dad gets passed
Yeah.
out candy,
I know.
and I'm like, hey, one piece, brother. Like you can't be handing out
Yeah, I
handfuls
bought
right now.
600 pieces.
Yeah, like we should be good, but like just easy. Like let's just
One
remember it's
per.
it's a 2-hour event here, so let's play the marathon
I mean,
game here.
I mean, we're dumb. We haven't even bought our candy yet.
We did not win an award for our car decorations. So if I'm gonna have to do this next year, I'm gonna go all in. Like
Yeah.
I'm not losing this. Like now that I know that people actually take this shit seriously, like okay, game
So
on.
did they like blow you out of the water then?
Dude, there was a car that brought a Christmas tree dressed up like the Grinch, and they had a snow machine a snow cannon that was shooting out bubbles.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna. How do I compete with that with a blow up shark? And like me and Dad did turn our car into a sweet ass shark, right? That turned out nice, but like we don't have a snow machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
got a few
tough.
compliments on the blow up shark on top of the trunk, but that's about it.
They're like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
He's got a snow machine.
I had Logan sitting inside the trunk, so it looked like the shark ate him. It's like
Yeah.
the kids would get out of the Halloween. I'm like, if you take only one piece, like the shark won't eat you. He's already kind of full. He's in there, so it was
Gotcha.
killer. It was killer with little kids, man.
Yeah, they thought it was hilarious.
Slaying. Saturday, real treat.
Mm-hmm.
I was subjected to my first ever cheer competition.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh. I know those things can be intense. I just can envision you at a cheer competition.
No idea what I was walking into. Now, my wife was out of town that morning, and she met me at the event.
Yeah.
So I was responsible for getting her ready for a cheer competition.
Dude, how did you do her hair?
Yeah, I can do a pony. I can do a braid. What do you need?
Okay.
Listen, 7 years go by, you learn some stuff. Okay.
Okay. I mean, believe me, I used to be able to braid hair.
I can do high pony, low pony. Just tell me what you need, and I can
Can I
do
go
it.
side pony?
Yeah.
All right.
I got you.
We'll do it after the show.
So I take my daughter, and she has to be there an hour before the event, so like they can run through their routine or whatever. So I take her there, and of course, like I had to bring my son.
Yeah.
Thank God for technology. If I did not have a tablet and headphones to put on this kid, there's no way in hell we are just sitting there for an hour waiting for then the 2.5 or 3 hour competition to then start. That my daughter's up there for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you got to watch all. So I was under the impression she's still young. Like this is not a competitive thing, right?
Mhm.
No, nay. She's like the next step up. So that's when they do give out awards. So we don't get to just leave after they're done performing. I was thinking, all right, we just dip out. She does her little dance. We all clap, cheer, and we don't care about anyone else. So
Skip-a-doo-dah.
let's go.
Let's
No,
head
no,
on
no, no,
home.
no. We had to stay there and
Well,
cheer.
yeah, because what if they win?
Yeah, well, yeah, I
It's a
found that out then.
competition, Sean.
Yeah, so we had a heart to heart afterwards. So spoiler alert, she did not win. She did not win a medal. So
It was because of that Tiffany bitch, wasn't it?
there was 1 or 2 girls that messed up their choreography. But anyways, that's not the
I
point.
knew it, dude.
So we're walking back. She decides she wants to go with me. So we're walking back to the car. She's super quiet. I can tell she's a little mad. So I'm pulling out. Look back. I'm like, "You all right?" And she's like, "Yeah." Just give me attitude.
Real
I'm like,
quiet, you know.
"You mad?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Are you mad?" And I'm like, "That you guys didn't get a medal?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then she started crying. I felt kind of bad, but I'm like, "All right, did you practice as hard as you could?" And she's like, "Yeah, I practice every day." I'm like, "All right." Then that's what sucks about a team sport.
Yeah.
All the other ones didn't practice. So next year you're going to be one of the older ones. So if you don't want this feeling again, then work hard and make sure everyone else is working hard. And then you'll be successful. But it's okay to be pissed off when you lose. I hate losing.
Yeah.
I told her I coached the competitive team. She knew, like, she's seen trophies and stuff. I'm like, I coached for 9 seasons. We only won 4 of those years.
Mhm.
The one that matters. You know what I mean? So that means more often than not, I was a loser. It sucks.
I mean, loser in like quotes. You guys still had
Oh no, we had great seasons,
phenomenal
but
other
again,
seasons where like you maybe lost a game, so it's a little different, Sean.
yeah.
It's
But
like
if you
saying,
lose the
like,
game that matters, it doesn't matter.
yeah, but it's saying,
No one
like,
remembers who took second place unless you were part of that team.
I,
Yeah, I mean-
I'm just saying.
I know. I get you.
Belichick had a long career.
This is a long history for me. Like going back to high school days where we lost state championship both junior and senior year
It gave you a complex.
to the same fucking team. Same fashion,
Cowbells
so.
just haunt your
Oh,
dreams.
God. Fuck Westerville. If anyone's
Yeah.
listening from there, so sorry. But
Yeah,
not a huge fan of
Westerville,
that.
north, south, east, and west. All came together.
Cheer people are crazy. Realize that.
Mhm.
Like loved, but like I
You
kind
never
of
watched like Dance Moms or
no,
anything
no,
like that
no,
show?
no,
Like,
no.
hilarious.
But like low key, like obviously we're fans of drama.
Yeah.
Dude, I was eating that shit up. But like I was just standing there pretending to watch the tablet, and I could just already hear all the moms complaining that one team, the first team that went out there, was running through the routine like a few times, which was like no,
Yeah,
apparently
you can't do
and
that.
every mom was giving the hardest side eye to every team. Again, they're like 13-year-old girls in there.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be mad at the coach, it's fine. But ultimately, if a plastic or like a metal that I can go buy at the store down the street for like $5 is going to mean that much, then I don't know.
Sean, tell that to your daughter who was in the
I
back
know.
seat in tears.
I know.
Okay, have a heart.
Yeah.
Serious stuff.
Yeah. And Val's like, she's like, we get her a medal. I'm like, no, they didn't win. They did not win or come in
Yeah, we
second
don't
place.
need participation
Like, no,
trophies
no.
here. That's
I found it very ironic that the team that won best choreography, their coach weighed about 400 pounds. So that was
I
fun.
mean, hey,
So
she got the moves though.
she does got the moves. And
Can you give
can
the
I
people
just-
at home what she did? Because I died last night when he did this.
so
for
mind
me.
you, she is in a like a leopard skin top that was muffined all about, and then
But the spots hide those. All right, Sean.
pure girth and pouring out.
It's
over a set of jeans.
natural camouflage.
So anyways, they announced that they get best choreography, and they were pissed that they didn't get like in their division first or second.
Yeah.
They get announced as choreography, and she looks, she taps her chest and points to the sky, and she walks over to get the medal behind all of her team. I was sitting there at that point by myself in the stands, just looking for anyone else to make eye contact with me, and be like, "You saw that
Yeah,
too,
but
right?" But
again-
there's no one there. Do you know who I wanted with me more than any other human? Not outside of you.
Big Bumpa.
No.
Damn.
That's a good guess
Chrissy.
though. Good guess though. No,
Chrissy.
No, you're getting closer.
Getting closer. Oh God, why?
Who have we had the most awkward experience of all time with, cousin wise?
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I
yeah.
wanted Tyler to be sitting next to me and just to meet eye contact,
Yeah.
and we would have laughed for 4 days straight.
The problem is you guys would have laughed so uncontrollably,
It would have been
and
uncomfortable.
see if it was Big Bumpa,
Yes.
the whole crowd would have heard his laugh,
yeah.
and no one would have
Yeah,
given
that's
a
very
shit
true.
because
Yeah, very true.
he had no shame. So like,
I take all the above that you just
Yes.
listed. Any of them would have been perfect. But yes, it was just an awesome moment. I'm like, I gotta snapshot that, and you'd be proud I kept my phone away. I mean, I did not
I'm
record.
proud of you. You're right. I'm very proud. My
Um,
weekend wasn't nearly as exciting.
but you got to golf.
Golfed on Sunday,
Sweet.
but not so sweet. It was
Nice invite.
annoying round. We had frost delay, so our tee time was at 9:15, anticipating said frost delay because
Okay.
usually they'll just be like, "Yeah, we're not sending these people off. Go home."
Yeah.
No, they decided to push everyone back to start. So, which I get. Like some courses do that. Other places are just like, "Sorry, like you
I get it.
chance the elements. It is what it is." They said we're going to start at 9:30, teeing people off, and we'll just go in order for everything. I'm like, all right, sweet. So already an hour and like 15 minutes
So
delayed.
what tee time waited? Like, what was the earliest tee time that waited till that 9 o'clock?
So the first tee time of the day was 7:50.
And they waited.
They waited.
Okay. I mean, I would too.
Yeah, and then
If I knew I was getting off first, yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah.
mhm. Call the wife, be like,
Yeah,
I'm
for
just gonna be an hour later, but
Yeah.
we'll hum through it. Yeah, and then there was a twosome that had the next tee time at like 8:03, and then there was like 5 other tee times than us.
Okay.
Everyone stayed besides one other group.
Okay.
So we were also a twosome, had a foursome, 2 backed out. So, they're like, hey, why don't you join up with the other twosome so we make a foursome, blah, blah, blah. Well, we thought we were going to jump up to the second tee time.
Yeah,
with that
which
other
makes
team.
sense.
Yeah.
100%.
No, instead they made them go back with us because it was threesomes in front of us. So they thought like, oh, these guys will stay out ahead. So strike one on the day.
It does not matter.
Yeah.
If
Because
they're
we
shit
were on
golfers,
everyone's
yeah.
ass the entire time. Strike two, the 2 guys that we played with, very nice. We had a great time golfing with them, but they were twins that haven't been golfing that long and chose to play from the tips. We played a difficult course. It ate them up.
Yeah.
Like ate them up.
Because Bunker Hill is there's a lot of elevation changes.
Yeah, and it's
and
just-
we don't get that a lot in Ohio. But
Yeah, you got to know your yardages and
Yeah.
you got to be accurate
it's a nice
with your
course,
irons
and the greens
shit.
are always pretty quick.
Yeah. And I was accurate with my yardages. hit and miss with irons, like on accuracy. It was not my best day, but like,
That's my goal next time.
it's just a
I golf,
frustrating round.
is I want to just get my yardages figured out.
Yeah.
Like just finally figured out like just what is my range here with each club, and I think I just need to start clubbing up and swinging less and try. You know what I mean? Like for right now,
you gotta feel it.
Because right now, again, like all my clubs are going.
Your stock swing shouldn't be your power swing. You know.
I know, but it's always been.
Yeah.
You know, it just feels most comfortable for it. But anyways,
So yeah, I mean, I just but then like Saturday, wife and I just went on a hike in the morning with the dog, and then hit up a place in Brunswick called Niners Diner.
Okay.
Because they had like all these like eccentric Halloween drinks, and
Oh, cool.
Amy's a sucker for anything with dry ice in it. So went out there. She had some good cocktails.
Nice.
I indulged in some of them as well. Then I had some beers. Great food. I'd
Cool.
give it like an 8 out of 10. It was nice.
Sweet. And then we got together as a family, had dinner,
And then
carved
Sunday
pumpkins.
was carved pumpkins. So I do
Watched
have,
the Browns.
I didn't see the Browns win,
What
but
the? Okay, this makes
maybe
me
I just
so
need to
mad.
not watch.
Can I just say, I think I've said 2 or 3 weeks in a row now, the Browns need in this offense. It's always been successful with a prototypical big body pocket passer,
Yeah.
right?
And they
With not necessarily running mobility, but enough pocket presence that he can move around and maybe buy him some time.
yeah,
but
maybe, look at 2 or 3 wide receivers in a progression rather than just
I've been saying
stare one and
since
panic.
week 3, right? So Winston was garbage week 1. Week 2 played decent. You know what I mean? Like, all right, maybe there's still hope. Week 3 was complete trash. I was out.
Yeah.
I've been saying I just want to see Winston. I wasn't hoping the guy got hurt, but I mean, to me, after 7 weeks, he was garbage. So I'm like, all right, well, we're probably going to see him anyways.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they kept this dude on the bench. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Exactly.
It's so frustrating because like now I'm like, the season's already lost. We're not going to run out the season. You know what I
No.
mean? Like it's inevitably we're going to lose one.
I mean, but should we like try?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like we already phoned it
that.
in. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, can we just like
If we're
maybe
gonna miss the
get a
playoffs,
top
miss
5
the
pick?
fucking playoffs.
Yeah, let's get a top 5 pick and just. I mean, I don't like.
There's
to
no
play
consolation
that game,
prizes
but,
for
like,
taking third in your division and missing the playoffs. Fuck
Yeah.
that. We want a good draft pick.
And I hate playing that game. But again, like this is the NFL and teams do it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the Detroit Lions did it.
Guess what?
for
This is
Christ's
called
sakes. I mean,
rebuilding phase.
yeah.
And we have a bridge guy, hopefully, in Winston if he stays healthy
Yeah,
and he
somebody
keeps
that
rolling.
can get us like 4 seasons or something. Just
But
get
we
us
still
over the
need
hump and develop
our
someone.
guy.
We
need our
yeah.
Josh Allen. We need our Patrick Mahomes.
I
We
just
need the
really
guy that's
don't
just gonna
know
be
if
there
our
forever.
guy is in this draft.
I don't know either, man. I have no
It's
idea.
tough because like I mean I've been watching a lot of college football
Yeah.
just trying to see who the next guy might
Yeah.
be, and it is questionable. I mean I don't mind like Ward from Miami. I think
Yeah.
he's got flashes of brilliance, but the rest of them it's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's fair enough.
It's hard.
It
But
is.
saga continues for the pumpkins for me though. Bring mine home. We're gone at work all day today. I come home and the front of my pumpkin is knocked in, like ripped out. Somebody ripped the
Really?
bottom jaw off and just left it there and then stole the light that was in there. Like a $2 puck light.
Like, do you think he was like an animal?
No, it was
Oh.
definitely a person. Like
They
it was
left
too
Amy's
clean.
alone though.
Yeah, didn't touch Amy's. Yeah.
That's so
But
weird.
I took her glasses off and like
Yeah,
put them
yeah, I saw,
inside
yeah.
and stuff. So like nobody touched hers. But yeah, they just ripped mine out, took the light, and walked away. So this is why I hate people. Like
Hooligans.
it's just there's no point in it. It's
Straight hooligans, shenanigans.
so in other words, I'm just gonna throw my pumpkin away now
Even
before anyone else
shenanigans.
gets to see it. And it was a good one. It was a good one.
Sure was. All right, so looks like the Cavs are might pull this one out.
They're
actually.
doing all right.
All right, so this weekend was the Battle of the Queens.
cheers.
And I believe it was the 4th year that they've done this.
Uh,
Either the 4th or the 5th year that they've
yeah.
been doing it. It's been getting bigger every year, and it draws like the biggest female players in the country to one
it's a
location.
big deal.
So heading into like the pro season, it's kind of a nice feeler out of like, all right, where's everyone at? It's like a good hierarchy,
Mhm.
right? You go to a tournament like this. Again, it's a big cash tournament. This is what these women are doing, right? Like they want to play cornhole full time. Like these are paydays for them.
Yeah.
Right. So if we start off with singles, I mean, it's only fitting Battle of the Queens, Cheyenne Renner, Bubenheim wins over Cameron Belvin.
It is pretty much what you said last is that the next tier up is Belvin and
We've been asking who that next person is, and she's always in conversation. It's always been like Belvin and Cassidy
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? Like, and
Mhm.
Hunter, Coy, you know what I mean? Like, it just, who's going to be there? And Belvin shows up at this big tournament, plays really well. So you kind of got to give her that nod right now.
For sure.
Another name that we just mentioned before, Sarah Cassidy, she takes third. Riley Schaff takes fourth.
Okay, so she's
She's an ACL rookie playing in the women's division and I believe also the juniors division. She's a very talented player. So I think it's one of those names that when it comes to like the women pro stuff this year,
and
just
she's
kind
a
of
name that we've been hearing for several years now.
yeah.
She's just kept moving up the ranks
Yep.
slowly but surely. So
and she
it
does
seems
very
like
well
she's up there
representing the
now.
brands. I know she has always been sponsored by Lucky Bags.
Mhm.
I mean, she's on that team. So it's very solid showing with very loaded women's tournament here. And then in fifth place we had Hunter and Finley.
Okay, I mean,
So
Finley's always around.
this is what I'm saying. Like, if you look at the top, I mean, these are the best of the best. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, maybe missing one or two out of there, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
In doubles, Cheyenne continues her run, and so does Belvin. They end up partnering up, and they win doubles. They double dipped Cassidy and Hunter, which was kind of surprising because Cassidy and Hunter were rolling.
Yeah,
And then again, just when Cheyenne's gonna throw like a 10-4 or 10-6, like it's just it's really tough.
when she doesn't miss, it's
Yeah.
nearly impossible to beat her.
Yep.
That's why she's so damn
So
good.
Bubenheim and Belvin pull off the double dip. In third place, we had Sam Finley and Allison Springer. So very nice showing there.
Heck yeah,
We
haven't
had-
heard Allison's name in a minute.
No,
but
I know.
nice
Because
to see
again,
it.
when we first started the show, I mean, she was
one of those-
consistently one
yeah.
of the top 5.
For sure, but I mean,
It happens.
it does.
Life happens. Kimberly and Kelly Jenkins take fourth, and then Schaff and Linda Ford, who's been on the show, and then Dool and Coy, they're all tied for fifth.
Yeah, we had her on as Linda Peralta,
Yes, correct.
and since
Mhm.
married, so
Correct.
there you go.
All right, so I think it's time for the dramatic reading, and that's just going to bring about like all the whole conversation.
The
anyways.
whole hullabaloo.
the whole hullabaloo.
In a world where bean bags have brought men to their knees, social media serves as sanctuary for keyboard warriors. Time for the dramatic readings.
Ultra cornhole. Bag break-in comes in many levels. When you get your fresh set of Viper RS in the mail, you may be tempted to immediately test it with the Ultra Min checker tool. You can, but you will find that it is probably too small in width. When you get the bag shipped to you, it is what many call new in wrapper. In this state, it is brand new and requires some break-in prior to size verification. To provide a little more insight, let's discuss how we make a bag. After we stitch the two sides together and apply our seam lock technology to the seams, we invert the bags, fill, and final stitch. We then check the bag for quality, package, and ship to you. Basically, nothing is done to bring the bag into shape. The fabric near the stitching needs to be flexed, bent, and distorted in order for the bag to develop its shape. This is where the preconditioning comes into play. This process only involves working the bags by hand for a few minutes each. Hold half the bag and flex them and fold them by shaking, twist, squeeze, and bang the corners against a smooth, hard surface like a kitchen granite. You should spend about 5 minutes per bag. This process gets them feeling looser as it starts to develop the corners and seams. At this point, the bags are far from fully broken in, but a bag check can be done to verify size. This is the condition we send our bags to the ACL for approval. Want more info? Check the comments for links to how to verify the bag using our tool and other break-in levels. Okay.
Man, they
So-
burned through an entire dramatic piano and then some.
All right, so
Wordy.
lots of info. So before we get into the discussion of stuff, let's just verify. These bags have not done. Actually, I'm going to pull out one that I haven't even tested yet. This is truly fresh from the bag. Verified in the package. I'm pulling
Nice
out a bag.
package.
Thank you, man. I've been told. All right, so
Okay.
while I'm measuring this, just for a minute while we're talking, can you just kind of play with this bag with your hand?
Yeah, I can. Do you
For a
want me
few
to
minutes.
just do you want me to try the fold of the corner method and
So just
all
for
of
if you're
that?
watching on video, this is not going to be great for the podcast, but I'm holding up the white and pink camo Viper RS. Okay. It's got the ACL Pro 2025 stamp on it. And then we also have, I'm always going the wrong way, the Ultra Min bag checker. All right. So you'll see that in the video that they have two different sizes. All right. So the longer one, or if you're watching the video, the one on top is for the diagonal. The bottom one is for the width of the bag. All right. So,
Or the shorter one.
so you
I'm
playing with that?
massaging.
All
Yeah.
right. Why don't you set that off to the side?
Okay. Is it time
right.
for our
Yeah.
in-camera
Let's do
technology?
it.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get this guy going. Bing.
All
Okay.
right. So we got the bag testing tool here. All right. So we're going to do diagonal first. All right. So just literally just set the bag down. We're going to go diagonal. So here, this is the one diagonal one. Yep. So we got here.
Can you turn it slightly for the camera once you're done? A little bit more.
More. You get that? That's this way.
So you can see there's
A little bit of a
minute gap.
Not that bad though. Let's check the other one. The other angle is actually fine. So that one's good. Then let's check the width of the bag. So I'm actually
So
gonna
that's
pat this
the-
down a little bit.
Ooh, yeah, slap it. There it is.
Okay. So it's the width. All right, so there is a little bit of a gap there. Not much, maybe
I'd say like eighth
Eighth of an inch?
of an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not even. All right, so why don't you hand me that set of bags that you've been playing
So
with?
And honestly, the one that I've been playing with,
Okay, so I'm just gonna
it
work
was
it in just a little bit.
it was much smaller on the diagonal than
Yes,
that one we just measured.
correct. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna pat it down. We're gonna go with the diagonal first. So here, yeah, that's.
All right, you got to turn this thing.
I'm
Man.
going to, man. I was just making sure.
Yeah. So that one.
That's still off by now. Again, we haven't done the full break in, but let's check the. Let me test the other one. Now the other diagonal is good.
Okay. So it just needs to get those other corners a little bit more
Yes.
then.
So now let's
Which
check
again,
the,
so just kind of messing with it.
the width. So the width is still.
So like, yeah, and I do understand it.
barely.
Like, you can definitely get this thing stretched out with your hands to meet the specs. But then like, now do you want to show the example of like a fully broken in
Yes.
set of these beauties?
Oh,
Yeah.
the Power Dragon by Dragon Bags. All right.
So this is what a fully broken in set. Like this is probably close to being retired here.
So it makes
so
contact
it's right
on both
on-
sides. I
right
don't know if
on
you can
the-
see the other side too. If I pull this way.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
contact
touching it
both
there.
sides. We'll check the width. Width is fine. It's definitely on both sides. Touching.
With us touching on both sides.
And then thickness is as long as it's making contact with the surface and with the top of the bag, and we
Yeah,
can see
and
here
you
it's
can
making
it's,
contact.
it's wiggling it.
So, yep.
Yeah,
so
I
Power
mean,
Dragon
it's
checks out.
like it checks out beautifully. So
Okay, so here's if you want to turn that off.
yeah,
for
I
here.
can turn it off.
So here's my biggest thing. I completely get what they're saying, and it makes all the sense in the world, right?
Yeah.
My only issue is that if everyone else is already selling bags in the specs, and just again, we didn't test a whole bunch, but I tested 4 or 5 other series, and they all met right away.
Yeah, right away
Like,
without
and they're
being
not broken in
nothing.
or anything.
Yeah.
So my only thing is like if we're having everyone else sell bags within specs, right? And they have the stamp on it. So when I get those bags and it has the ACL stamp on, that's supposed to be the guarantee that they're ACL approved and the bags are legal and ready to go to a tournament.
Yeah.
Why is it that Ultra is allowed to if they and they know that it's not within specs? And I get that they're going to be inspected break in. It's just the semantics of like how are you allowed to put a stamp on it if it doesn't meet the specs when you are initially sending it out there?
So to me, it's like, are we considering it bag manipulation by them, like kind of working in that fabric before they send it to the ACL?
And again, I know I'm nitpicking here.
Yeah.
100%. And
But I get
this
what you're
bag is
saying,
going to
like,
break in a
A
little bit. And
novice
it's going to be
that doesn't
fine.
know these nuances, who just happens to come across this set of bags because he saw people throwing it and
Now,
thought
would
it was
it
cool
would,
looking.
in what world will it ever happen where a guy orders a set of these,
Yeah.
goes to like an ACL regional in the intermediate and wins, right?
Yeah.
And then they get check his bags. You know what I mean? Like, oh, and then they didn't fail.
You never know, Sean. 'cause
You know what I
he's
mean?
got a
Like
set of
it's I get I
Viper
100%.
really
It's
smalls
just
in
the
his
fact
hand.
that they are knowingly sending out bags that aren't within specs already
Yeah.
when everyone else has to.
Yeah. I mean, again, It's a weird. I mean, to me, it's just exploiting a loophole. I guess.
Yeah.
Like you could legally make your bags a little bit smaller if you just kind of work them in and stretch them out.
Yeah, and I think it's smart to go out.
And we all
address
know that it will meet
100%,
spec
yeah.
by throwing it
It's
in.
not
or
missing
breaking
it by
in
that
any
much.
method.
Where I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way this is ever going to start.
No, it's
like
not
I would love.
absurd or anything, and it does sit fat. I will say
We're
that.
not done with this tool because
Yeah.
I do want to. I want to go full break-in method on these.
Exactly, yeah,
and
see what
and just
it's-
check it. So
yeah.
we're gonna wash them, treat them.
I think maybe do 2.
Okay.
Treat 2,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we'll keep
I got
the
you.
other ones just to have the reference point.
Okay. Yeah. So and then we'll go back, and I want you. You have a mission. I want you to go find the OG 357s.
Okay,
gotta
I
have them
know
somewhere.
right where they're at. They're sitting.
Okay. So
Right on my Three
I mean,
Seasons
because
room.
that's about as small as a bag that I can remember.
Dude, that
And I just wanna check it.
that thing's almost like mini bag size.
I just want to see the comparison
yeah.
of where the pro game was to what it is now.
yeah, for sure. I mean,
So
we
I
want to
think-
talk illegal bag. That thing.
That's
was
why I want to. I'm interested.
questionable
in check.
at
Yes.
best.
I'm interested. Now it is again just to reiterate from last week. Tony Forbes' bag did not fail on diagonal or width. It just failed in thickness. It just got a little bit too thin. Just broke down too much.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. And he did get paid. Okay, like he did not have to forfeit winnings or anything. The ACL is kind of working on some stuff like that. So we're gonna discuss a little bit more. I've been kind of waiting for the ACL to come out and talk about like what they're gonna do about like this bag testing stuff. I haven't seen anything of them like really going public with it, but we do have some info on this. Let me just find it real quick. So I guess there's going to be bag testing machines available with a director or an official at certain points during during any event, right?
Okay.
So I'm assuming they primarily meaning like opens and signature events. And they're basically recommending if you're going to finish high in an event to recommend that you test your bags at some point mid-tournament.
So, my question is, if you voluntarily submit your bags for
Yes.
testing and they fail,
Yep.
is it no harm, no foul? You just
Yes.
can't use them?
There isn't a penalty. You're just required to switch bags at that time.
Okay. Like, to me, that's totally fair.
100%. Yeah.
I think that's completely
I think
100%
that's probably what
fair.
it should have been since
To
the
me,
beginning.
I think maybe let's make this the standard before we go into like ESPN or anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Like make everything be measured. I think anything up until like I would even say like probably a bracket final. I was thinking maybe like a group final, but like I'm thinking maybe like bracket
There has
finals.
to be
Everyone
some.
should
There has to be
get it
some
measured.
like standard for compliance.
Yeah.
There has to be. Like if you're gonna try to be like the professional league, there has to be. So I'm just waiting to hear all the info on like. But I mean, for the most part, that's kind of the major changes that they're recommending. Like, hey, if you think you're gonna win this thing, you're hot that day. Just go get your
Yeah,
bags
just go
checked,
check it
just to
out.
double. So we don't even have to worry about it. So if your bags do get tested after you won, you're fine.
Yeah. Then it should just be like
yeah.
you have to get them checked before like a certain point. Like if you made it so far, then
Correct.
you have to get them checked.
No, I honestly I do kind of like that.
Yeah. I think
Like, why not
you-
just do the quarterfinals?
exactly, and then just be like, hey, the rest of it, like these were the
You know
bags
when the
that-
bracket's going to stop. If
Yeah.
you make it this far, just head over to the bag testing area. Maybe that's what they're going to do.
yeah, and I
Think that honestly, I
hey,
think that's
and
probably
if
the
you
best
didn't
way
have
to do
that,
it.
yeah, if you didn't have that idea before, you're gonna have the machine.
Because
set
then you're
up.
not you're not
welcome.
like hurting anyone's feelings. Like if someone it's like
Exactly,
never going to
just
win a
make it-
tournament, they walk over to get like I want to get my bag test. Like
yeah. If it's got to be something, then
There
make
you
it
go.
a standardized thing at every tournament. It is what it is.
For sure.
Done.
all right, you want to cue the rap horn?
Do I ever?
Hell yeah. All right, you can reach us at Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Big Ass Cornhole.
And Facebook at Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Thanks again to this best sponsor in the world, Dragon Bags. You saw how great their bags tested and how drippy those sacks lay. So head over to dragonbags.com, drop code BIGASP12 at checkout to save yourself some money.
Don't forget to check out Patreon. Patreon is where you can get bonus content from us. So if you like what we're doing, you want to help us continue to do what we do. If you go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole for the price of a beer a month, we have a few different tiers. You get bonus content. You get the access to the video interviews. Starting in the new year, we're going to be re-releasing some. We're not re-releasing, but we're going to restart the videos from certain pros. So members of Team Big Ass, we're going to be dropping training videos. So we're going to be asking for some input as we get closer to the new year and all that stuff. But we love we do happy hour calls once a month, so we try to have fun. If you're trying to get in contact with us, it's the easiest way because I always respond to everything on Patreon. So go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole, and we appreciate your support.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. So stay tuned. We're going to be joined by ACL rookie. The nickname is the Roll King, Mr. Colin Hodett. He's a proud Big Asp team member, and I'm excited to talk to the kid.
As am I, and hats off to the Cavs. It looks like they're going to pull this one out.
Hell yeah, it's been a good week, man. It's a good start to the week.
Let's go.
Listen, I know if you're listening to this, probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday, or if you're a real loser, it's Friday.
Week.
But have yourself a week.
Let's go.
Have yourself a week and enjoy the interview, and we'll be back with some more audio gold next week. All right. So as always, we hope you throw it straight. It's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.